Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. It's 5 Ways Wednesday, and today I'm going to show you 5 ways to pack up the brand new 12Little on the go 2.0 version. If you want to see kind of an overview and review of this bag in its entirety with all of its features and everything, I will put that in a card up above as well as in the description box down below. So today I'm not going to spend time going over the features, but you will be seeing them as I pack up this bag in 5 different ways. I'll be putting timestamps in the description box below as well so that you can see each of the 5 ways that I'm packing up this bag, and you can jump around as needed so that you don't have to watch parts of the video that might not be relevant to you. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the first way that we're going to pack up this bag, and that is the way that I pack it as a mom of 2, one who is potty training and one who's still in diapers. Alright, so as I mentioned, this bag is packed the way that I've been using it for my 2 children. Here in the side bottle pocket, I have a 28-ounce Pura bottle that has juice in it for my son. And in the other bottle pocket, I have my daughter's bottle. One of the biggest upgrades to the 2.0 version, in my opinion, is the extended bottle pockets so that you can actually get your bottles in and out. Even a big bottle like this just goes in no problem. So that is something I'm definitely happy about with this bag. Now, the mommy pocket on the go has never been a big mommy pocket. You really have to think of it as just a place for the essentials. So I have my Carry Kit George wallet in there, and that's basically it. I'll also be throwing my keys in there when I'm not driving. But although you could probably fit a few more things, maybe a pill case, Band-Aids, lip gloss, things like that, I prefer to just keep my wallet in there because it's just easy and quick and it doesn't bulk out at all. Attached to the side zipper pocket, I have an Itsy Ritsy Passy Pod. Here in the back, you do have a zipper that goes all the way across the back. This is currently empty, but what I like to put in here is an additional wet bag. I keep one in the diaper bag as well, but I like having a spare one because sometimes we need both. There's a huge zipper pocket that goes all the way across the back. As you can see, that just folds right down. So I've been keeping books in there for my kids just to keep them entertained while we're out. My 15-inch laptop fits back there, by the way, and I'll show you in a little bit how well that fits. Jumping on into the inside of the bag, I just want to show you how much can fit in here. Now, I have sitting right on top a ring sling. A ring sling or a woven wrap or a jacket or blanket fits nicely in there because you have all this space up top to work with, which I absolutely love. So I have my Techni Wovens ring sling sitting on the top. There are 2 slip pockets here on the front of the bag, and I want to show you something. I don't have this zipped all the way down. Let me unzip it all the way so that you can really see how far down this bag will open. It's amazing. But I usually prefer when I'm just getting in and out of the bag to keep it zipped about halfway down. So in the one slip pocket on the front, I have some wet ones. And then in the other, I have a Jujube medium set piece, and this is packed with eating essentials. I've got a pouch for my daughter, utensils, a Be Neat, and things like that. Sitting just in front of those 2 slip pockets, I have a Jujube large set piece, and this is just packed with toys and entertainment needs for my kids. Sitting off to the side here, I have a Replay snack stack with dry snacks for my son. And that was actually sitting right on top of a Munchkin formula dispenser with formula for my daughter. Next, I have a Planet-Wise small wet bag, and this has got my son's potty stuff in it. So I have some toilet seat covers, as well as another little pack of wet ones, and my son's foldable potty seat, which I will link this down in the description box below. I love this thing. It is perfect for going potty on the go, and it fits so nicely inside any diaper bag, and especially inside of this small Planet-Wise wet bag. In the back mesh pocket, I have the brand new Orchid Hearts Essentials Kit. This is really valuable because the new 2.0 version of the On The Go does not come with a change pad. So what I'm loving about the Orchid Hearts Essentials Kit is that you get 3 things in it. You get a window pouch with the wristlet strap here, and inside of that you get a really nice big change pad and 2 wipes pouches. So I've only got one in there right now with wipes for my daughter, and then I've got her diapers in there as well. So this is serving as sort of my diapering essentials kit here, and even though I haven't been using pouches a lot for my diaper stuff, I like using this with the On The Go because I just have everything that I need right there. This is going to be available at thesensiblemama.com, so if you want to check that out, visit our website. I have that merchandise en route to me right now, so depending on what day you're watching this, it may already be in the store. Down in the very bottom of the bag, I have a large Be Organized piece by Jujube, and this has got changes of clothes for my kids. In this top stretchy pocket, which is one of my favorite things about this bag, I have a small jujube set piece that has Tylenol and other medical needs for my kids, especially my daughter because she's teething. And then the other side slip pocket, I have a couple things that I'm often grabbing for, and that is my lip medics and my bobby pins. The last thing that I have in here is in this back zip pocket, and this is where I have my Medikit. I will link this down below as well, but I love this thing. It's got just everything you could possibly need while you're on the go. Whoops. So I always make sure I have that in my diaper bag as well. And that's basically it. I love packing this bag for two kiddos, especially now that I'm potty training. It's just got so much space and it works great for all the things that I have to have with me on a full day out. I got a lot of requests to pack this up as a carry-on bag, so that's what I have done here. This one is packed just for mom, so this isn't, I mean, if you're using this as a diaper bag, carry-on bag, you'd pack it almost identical to in the way I packed it in the last segment. So this is packed for a mom who is traveling by herself and is just trying to keep it light and only have a carry-on. Again, this front pocket, there's just not a lot you can do with it. So in here, I actually just have a wallet, that same wallet that I showed you in the last clip. And this is also where I will be putting my boarding pass so that I can get to that really quickly as I'm navigating through the airport. In this bottle pocket, I have a 28-ounce Pura bottle for myself. If you don't know, you can bring these into the airport with you. You just can't have liquid in it as you go through. So since I like having this with me on trips, I just take it with it empty. And then once I get through security, if I buy water or something, I can fill it up in the airport. Over here, I have a full pack of wet ones. I've mentioned in every airport video I've ever made that I get sick every time I'm in an airport, so I'm constantly wiping down surfaces, and I like having those right here for quick access. Now, one thing that I think is kind of nifty about packing this as a carry-on bag is that you can use this back pocket here to put that Ziploc baggie for all the things that have to come out of the bag during security check. So these are not the right sizes, but I can't find my actual travel stuff today. So I wanted to show you though that you can fit bottles of things inside a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And if you put them down in here, that means that when you get to security, you don't even have to open up the main part of your bag. You can just pop this right out, put it in the bucket, and you're good to go. Now would be a good time to show you that if you're using this bag as your carry-on, but you also have a checked bag, this zipper pocket back here actually has a zipper at the top and down here at the bottom. This whole thing opens up and it connects. My fingers are touching in here. And you can actually slip this over the handle of your rollerboard luggage. That means that you can put that on your luggage and go through the airport without having a heavy backpack on your back, which is fantastic, especially if you're trying to get through the airport really quick with your whole family, or if you're traveling alone. Either way, it's nice to not have that heavy weight on your back. In here, I like to keep spare headphones. I always have my AirPods with me when I'm traveling, but I like to have corded headphones as well, so that's what I have in that Passy Pod there. Here in the front, I have some Neutrogena face wipes. I don't often wear makeup when I'm in the airport, and I love to use this to just wipe my face down and feel less, like, dirty, for lack of a better word, while I'm traveling through airports. I also, don't judge, I keep my kids' medical kit in here when I'm traveling by myself, because too many times I have worn a brand new pair of shoes through the airport and gotten cuts and like blisters and things on my feet, and it's nice to have Band-Aids and all that stuff to take care of my feet while I'm traveling. Sitting right on top is my makeup bag. I will link this down below. It's in my Amazon shop. This thing is amazing. It holds all of my makeup, and it's got a drawstring here, so I can drawstring this shut like I have it right now. But when I loosen these drawstrings, this opens up and lays completely flat. So I can actually lay this down on the bathroom counter and see all of my makeup at one time, and I love it. And so far, I have not found a diaper bag that it has not fit inside of, because it's actually pretty small and compact once you roll it up. Sitting right beneath that, I have a Planetwise medium packing cube, and I want to point out that this packing cube will sit vertically in here like I have it right now, and it will also fit horizontally, so it will lay all the way down across the bottom of this bag. But because I had tall things that I wanted to pack, like my hair straightener and my curling iron, I decided to put this one vertically. So what I have in here is basically 2 days of clothes and pajamas and underwear and things like that, and I've found that that works out pretty well for my needs. Sitting off to the side of that packing cube, I had my curling iron, my hairbrush, and my hair straightener. I didn't use this mesh pocket here or the zip pocket back behind it because that Planetwise packing cube did take up so much space, and the more I stuffed in here, the less well everything fit. So I haven't actually used these portions of the bag, but those are great for little things that you want to grab for quickly that you can just stuff back there. Last thing that I have in here are these two slip pockets. Over here, I have my pill case. And on this side, I have a flashlight. I had a friend who was traveling through airports, and the one airport she was in completely lost power, like 100%. And ever since that happened to her, I have always traveled with a flashlight when I'm in an airport. And I also have the lightning cable and wall mount for my cell phone. And that was basically it. I have actually packed this bag for travel recently, and I found it to work so well, particularly for a short trip, 1 to 2 days. Another thing that I got a lot of requests for was to show this packed for mom and toddler as a carry-on bag. This is basically just packed for keeping you sane and alive in the airport and on the airplane. And I want to say one thing. I think, and you can go back to my old videos on this channel and you will see that I have been very consistent after one terrible mistake that I made at the airport. You don't want to overpack your bag. You don't want to overpack the carry-on. You just don't. And the way that I've packed this has reflected that philosophy that I hold true to myself. Reasonable people can disagree here, but I just think you are better off to not overpack. So here we go. Once again, I just have a wallet in here. There's really nothing to be creative about with this front pocket, so I'm not even going to open it. Here in one of the side bottle pockets, I have a replay snack stack with dry snacks. It is a great idea to have your snacks on the outside of the bag. In my opinion, those things that you're grabbing for a lot, you want to be able to get to them super quickly and not be rifling through your bag to get to it. And then of course on the other side, I have a Pura bottle for drinks for my toddler. Again, I have this back zipper portion empty because if I had a checked bag, I would, as long as possible before I checked the bag, be carrying this on the handle of that bag. So that's why there's nothing in there. I wanted to show you, my son doesn't have a tablet, but he does have a Leap Pad. And this whole enormous Leap Pad fits back here in this back slip pocket. So guarantee that a tablet will fit in there as well. This is something that I love traveling with my toddler because there's just so many activities and books that you can put in here, and he can stay really engaged through the entire trip, which is fantastic. And it just fits so well in there, no problem. Now, here's what I mean by packing light, okay? Resist the urge to pack everything that you can possibly think of because you will regret it when you're on the airplane. And if you'll bear with me while I share a story with you, the thing that you're gonna want to do when you travel is put everything you can think of in here. But what happens is you have extremely limited space in your seat, right? You're trying to get this bag up from the floor into your lap or trying to dig in it from the floor. It's a mess, and the worst thing that can happen is to have so much stuff in here that when you have to get to something on the bottom, you have to pull everything out of the bag to get to it. And then where do you put all that stuff? It goes in your lap, it goes in your kid's lap. It's just a mess. You don't need as much stuff as you think you need, I swear. So the way that I've packed this up is so that everything can be accessed without having to move anything else in the bag. So first, I have a medical kit sitting right in this front slip pocket, and as you can see with this bag either up or down, I can get into that super easily. In the other slip pocket, I have a Jujube large set piece, and this is packed again with toys. You don't need as many toys as you think, especially if you've packed a tablet or a Leap Pad, but it is good to have just a few little things for those emergency moments. Over here, I have an enormous container of wet ones. Me and my son both get sick when we travel, so in this case, this fits really nicely right there, and I can get to it super easily even when the bag is zipped up, which I think is great. I have changes of clothes for my son down here in that large Be Organized piece. He is potty training, and we do have accidents sometimes, so it's really nice to have a whole bunch of changes of clothes for him down in there. In the back mesh pocket, I have my MacBook Air. This is a 15-inch, and it fits perfectly in that mesh. Up here in the top slip pocket, I have the charger for my laptop. And then once again over here on this side, I have a flashlight and my pill case, just like last time. Here's the thing that I'm most excited about, and I'm sorry for geeking out about this, but Orchid Hearts sent this to me just a couple of days ago, and I have been just loving it ever since I got it. You can actually fit all of your potty training stuff in here as well. So I do definitely think that you want your diaper changing or potty training stuff in a pouch when you are on an airplane, just because I think you want to be able to just pull one thing out of the bag and take it to that tiny, ridiculously small bathroom. So I showed you earlier how you can pack this for diapers. So this time I'm going to show you that potty training stuff fits in here as well. So I have wipes in there for my son. That potty seat that I showed you before fits perfectly in there as well, which I was super surprised by. And then I still have my wet ones and my potty seat covers. Okay, this one is packed as a work bag, and I always get self-conscious when I do this because I know that my experience of a work bag is a lot different than other people's just because I work from home and occasionally out of Starbucks. But I try my best to make this as realistic as possible. And I did used to have a corporate job, so I kind of remember what that's like. But again, forgive me if I've just like forgotten things that are essential for a work bag. Again, not going to show you this. This is where my wallet goes. Over here in the side pocket, I have a bottle for water. I left the other side pocket empty just because I didn't think of a need for it. Back here, as I wanted to show you, my 15-inch MacBook Air does fit back there, so that's a great place for that. Now, again, this is packed up really light, and I think that depending on how much you need in your work bag, this bag might be a little overkill as a work bag. If I'm being honest, it's just, there's a lot of space here, and I found it hard to fill this up only with things that one would need for work. But essentially here in the front slip pocket, I have a TWELVElittle small pouch from the 3-pouch trio, and this has just got makeup touch-up stuff in it. I was always the kind of person that if I had a long walk, I liked to wear sneakers into the office and then change into my shoes when I got there. So I have a pair of shoes sitting right here in the front for quick changes. I have my planner sitting down here as well. This is a Foxy Fix. I have the charging cable for my computer in the top slip pocket. Back here, I have a notepad for taking notes. And then, although this wouldn't be something that a lot of people would have, this is something that I just always have in my work bag, and that is a gimbal. This is actually a gimbal for your phone, not for a camera. But a lot of times if I'm taking just kind of like B-roll footage while I'm out filming vlogs or things, I like to use this, and that fits well in there as well. Then the only other thing that I had in here is in this other front slip pocket, I just had some tea bags. If you are like me, the place where I used to work did not have good tea or coffee, so it's nice to slip some of that stuff right in here to have while you're in the office. Okay, so the last way that I'm packing this bag is as a theme park bag. So obviously in the bottle pockets here, I have a bottle of water for my daughter and for my son. As you can see, because I have this packed up pretty full, that one bottle was a little difficult to get out, but this one wasn't at all. So I guess it just goes to show that depending on how much you have in the bag, those bottle pockets can get a little bit hard, but even with it packed super full, it's not like it's that hard, you see. Next, in the back pocket, I still have that leap pad that I showed you earlier. And the reason why I'm showing you this again is because this bag is packed so full and this still fits in there. So I thought that was really impressive and something that you would want to see. And one thing that I learned from Gator Mom's video is that sometimes you're sitting waiting for a parade and you need stuff to do. So I think a leap pad would be a great choice. In this back slip pocket, I just have like, oh crap, the kids are freaking out stuff. So like I have some of these little cubes, these magnetic cubes that they love to play with. I have some little cars in there as well. And then, let's see, I just have a ton of snacks. Would these survive at a theme park? Would they melt? I don't know. But I just want to show you that you really can just stick a whole bunch of snacky stuff in here along with some toys. Like this back pocket does not quit. I've just got so much stuff back in there, and that was with a leap pad back behind it. So I'm pretty impressed with how much you can fit inside that pocket, especially with the bag packed so full. Moving on to the inside of the bag. So one of the things that I learned from Gator Mom is that it's a good idea to have a monkey mat, again, while you're waiting for parades and things. I have 6 size 3 diapers here for my daughter, and those are just in these front slip pockets. Again, I have a replay snack stack with a few dry snacks. Again, I have that Orchid Hearts wipes clutch. And then down in the very bottom, I have changes of clothes for both of my kids. All right, so that's it for today's 5 Ways Wednesday. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful, particularly if you're thinking about purchasing this diaper bag. It is on the, I guess, moderately expensive side. It retails for $165, and we do have it available at thesensiblemama.com. So if you're on the fence and you're trying to figure out if this bag is the one for you, hopefully this video helped settle that in your mind a little bit. Of course, if you do decide to buy this bag, I'd love for you to consider shopping at thesensiblemama.com. As always, if you like this video, it would be so cool if you'd give it a thumbs up down below. Love ya, mean it always, mwah, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.